Yo, 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 what's up, people? This your boy P. Ross back in the building for Nerd Life 513. And right now, I'm getting ready to do a review on the latest Child's Play movie. Child's Play came out, I think, last week before last, or whenever. But let me say first that I stayed away from reviews and you know what I'm saying, the trailers and all that, because I wanted to give this movie an honest review. You know what I mean? Doing the fact that I'm a horror guy, you know, it's like, okay, you know, they got to come through. They got to come through with this one. You know what I mean? Child's Play being one of my favorite horror pictures growing up. Not that it was even scary, but I think for the time, it was revolutionary for horror pictures. You know what I mean? So let's jump right into it. But I'm going to jump right into it by saying that I was totally shocked and surprised at what I saw. Okay, if you remember the original Child's Play, Charles Lee Ray, you know what I'm saying, who was the bad guy in this movie that came out in the 80s, he did some ritual thing, and he was able, some occult shit, and he was able to put his soul into a doll. You know what I mean? Then he started terrorizing people, right? So, with this movie, of course, it's a remake. It's a reimagining of the original. You had characters sort of reprise their roles. You know what I mean? I mean, not as far as like old characters that was in the movie, but old characters that names and all that type of stuff. Like, you had the little boy named Andy. You had the cop. You know what I mean? That he was I guess the non-believer, and he didn't really believe that it was the doll when Andy was trying to tell him, just like in the original. The mother was kind of different because in the first Child's Play, the original, she didn't have a boyfriend, but she had a boyfriend in this one. So to break it down for y'all the best way I can, and this is going to have spoilers, so if you don't want to hear what's going on, don't watch this video. Now, it started out in Vietnam where they were making the Chucky dolls, but they weren't called Chucky dolls, of course. They were called buddies, and they had this real corny like phrase, "You my buddy," blah blah, blah, whatever. So the guy walks up on the other guy who worked on the doll. I guess he was just asleep or just daydreaming or whatever, and he slapped him and told him, like, if you don't get this doll done, you out. You know what I'm saying? Game over. You know what I'm saying? You fired, you're going to be back on the streets, right? So, what this guy did to the Chucky doll, and I can respect what they did for the modern era and how they tried to incorporate the technology or whatever. So, the guy working on the doll, he removed all the safety protocols from this particular buddy doll. Okay? Gave it violent nature, all of that. You know what I mean? And then after he did it, he committed suicide. Now, one thing about these dolls is that they are hooked up kind of like with everything surrounding them, right? Kind of like how like Apple has like all your devices hooked up in one, like from Apple TV, iPhone, iPad, iMac. That's kind of how like the Chucky doll is in this one. So it has nothing to do with spirituality or the occult like in the first one. So, all right, so this boy named Andy, they working in this store called, his mother's working in this store called Zedmart. Zedmart, I guess, is a play off of Walmart or whatever. But this is where they're selling these dolls at. All right. So the movie goes along, and she ends up getting a refurbished doll to give to Andy for his birthday. Now, granted, Andy look about 13, 14, and you getting this little boy a Chucky doll, right? Okay, cool. Well, a buddy. It's called a buddy. Take me a sip right quick. Hold on. It's called a buddy. So he get the buddy home. So the buddy is able, and he gives the buddy a name, Chucky, of course. And the buddy is able to like learn on the spot. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like everything the buddy see that's violent, he's like picking it up. You know what I mean? Like one instant was the cat scratched Andy. You know what I'm saying? The buddy ended up killing the cat because he was trying to protect Andy. You know what I mean? So they went through things with the buddy or Chucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, scaring the mama boyfriend. You know what I mean? They got the buddy out there talking about some he did it for Tupac. You know what I mean? All kind of crazy shit. You know, so like I said, he killed the cat. So they watching, I think it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So the Chucky doll, okay? The Chucky doll goes in the kitchen of this guy's house, gets a butcher knife because he sees what Leatherface is doing on the TV, right? And he stabs Andy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like something fun to do, like it's a game. You know what I mean? So Andy like, no, you can't go around doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? So then they got mad at the Chucky doll over some silly shit before the cat. So, like I said, Chucky killed the cat. They found the cat dead. Andy covered it up. You know what I mean? Threw the cat down the dumpster. Then it was something crazy and silly. Like, it was this cop whose mother lived in the building too. This black cop, right? So you already know what it is with black folks in horror movies. You know what I'm saying? But I think that stereotype is like really changing right now. But we'll get to that. But so the black cop like, yo, you want to come have dinner with me and my mama, whatever. He like, nah, whatever. So that's that. So just remember this black cop. Now, Andy asked the mama boyfriend was getting on his nerves. You know how kids be with like the mama boyfriend and that ain't the daddy. You know what I'm saying? They hate this guy. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you giving my mama the meat, you know, I can't stand your ass. You know what I mean? So the dude, he was an asshole. He was an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that he deserved what he got, but he was an asshole. So everything Chucky did, Chucky recorded it. And he played it back so you can hear it. So it was this one particular part where Andy was like, I hate him. I wish he would die. I wish he was die. Why Chucky? Like, one, this is what I don't get. And this is probably one of the best jump scares in the movie. It probably was 2 good jump scares. This is probably one of them. The guy was up on the roof and he was taking down Christmas lights. Okay, cool, fine, whatever. So he getting the lights and he's like wrapping them around himself. It's like, why are you even wrapping them around yourself? First of all, why don't you just let them hang? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. Like, just let them hang as you're taking them down. Why are you wrapping them around yourself? So the ladder moved and he thought it was a raccoon. So, common sense, like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen this shit before. Nah, this is like Chucky. So, the ladder moved, the guy fall, and he breaks his ankle. Like, they showed it. It was a nice little scene, you know what I'm saying? If you went to that type of blood and gore type shit.